In this video we're exploring the autumn season of the Series 1 Forza Horizon 5 playlist. Up first is the Forzathon weekly challenge, the Baja bug. After you buy this car from the auto show, you will need to earn 500,000 skill points with it. The share code for the tune I used for the skill points is available on screen now. After completing this skill challenge, you need to win 3 cross-country races, in which case I would recommend a different tune, on screen now. And finally, you will need to earn 12 stars in Trailblazers. You can repeat the same Trailblazer over and over again, so it doesn't matter which tune you use. Nonetheless, I used the second tune of the 2 I mentioned above. The first tune I think is S1 and is kind of drifty, good for building up points. The second tune is more grippy for off-road races and more suitable for Trailblazers and for racing. But it is A-class, which means it's slower, but it still feels a lot better. Next up is Horizon Arcade. Learning from last week, I didn't bother attempting this on my own. I found 3 other players in the S Discord server who helped me out. Thanks again to Sappy, Ames and Headhunter. If you want to find people to do Horizon Arcade with, join the Discord server. Third is the Trial. Unlocked only after completing the Hall of Fame, these races were very difficult, and unless you're a highly skilled driver, it will be cumbersome for you to do alone. I'm not yet good enough to comfortably complete it alone, but I carry my weight and I'm not dead weight to the team, which is a positive. I won't be able to carry you, however if you ask Sappy or Mika in the Discord server, I'm sure they'd be willing to help, and I'll join in as well if I'm around. For help with this challenge, join the Discord server in the description below. Sappy carried me in this one and was a lot faster than I was. His car tune for the BMW i8 is displayed on screen now. Up next is the Event Lab event by Mr. Rabidmrnoodle, or Rabid Mr. Noodle. Really cool that custom made events get featured in the festival playlist. I chose to do this one in solo, in which case it was a very short run through of a miscellaneous race with a range of different obstacles like bowling ball pins and pinatas. Very easy to complete. Fifth is the seasonal playground games, the Thunderdome. I used the rental Hoonigan Bel Air, as most people did. Honestly, this car is terrible for this event. It was not fun. I highly encourage you to choose a car of your own for this one, as it was very unpleasant in the rental. For this week's danger sign, I used the Dodge Charger. The tune share code is on screen now. For the speed trap, I used the Ferrari F40. I'm not sure if there's different types of F40s in the game, but nonetheless the share code for the tune of the car I used is on screen now. For the speed zone, I went with the Audi R8. I think there's 2 types of Audi R8, but only one of them is usable for this challenge. The share code for the R8 I used is on screen now. The first seasonal championship was with A-class modern sports cars. I used the same setup on the Supra as last week for a similar challenge. Share code is on screen. For the next seasonal championship, I used the Mini John Cooper Works. I found this championship quite a bit challenging with this car, so maybe you want to try something else. However, the share code for the tune I used is on screen now. For Pick Up the Pace, I used the starter car, the Ford Bronco, and had no issues with that event. The Horizon Tour Championships were a piece of cake. However, a real huge mess racing in the city with a combination of aggressive online players and dumb bots. Now, I understand all the memes and jokes about online racing of Forza Horizon 4, or of Forza players in general. I see, YouTubers like GT Sport always making fun of online in Forza, and I can see why. The photo challenge is easy peasy. Just take a picture of any modern rally car up on the volcano. You can see the spot where I took mine if you don't know where to go. At this point I was over it and my girlfriend finished up with the Horizon Open Playground. The events actually looked quite fun, free-for-all versions of the seasonal playground games. The rental car for this was a Ford Escort, which is pretty good for the event. And finally, she also did the Eliminator. Her first run was a fail, placing 48th or 47th, something like that, I don't know. But second time around, no enemies were to be seen, and she raced amongst the final 12. This happened last week in the Eliminator as well. I really don't like this waiting simulator. You just wait until the final 12 and then have a race with no one around you. I was thinking to spend some time in the Eliminator, but with my short experience with it in the festival playlist, I think I'm gonna steer clear of it. If you're having trouble with any of the events, we can run them together against bots in co-op. Join the Discord server in the description below, and I'll do my best to help or find someone to help you. Thanks for watching. If you've stuck around this long, please subscribe and like the video, and I hope I catch you on the streets.